Okay, YouTube, we have another project here. It's a mobility scooter. We're looking for one for my wife for when we take trips to the shore, and she's trying to walk on the boardwalk, keep up with everybody. She has a bad knee and makes it difficult for her to keep up with everybody. So we were looking for something that she can ride along with and stay with the family. My grandson was out shopping at a flea market and he came across this mobility scooter here for 50 bucks. Supposedly it works. However, we have yet to prove that. It's a, what's this thing called? A Zipper 3, made in China. Looks good, the tires and all that look good. However, it does not want to run. Turn the power on, it doesn't do anything. Turn the on-off switch on, it does not do anything unless we have the charger connected to it. We do get an error code. We get an error code on that little status light there. Now, we question it because on the charger, it'll say power on. When the red light, when it's red, it says power on. If we plug it in without connecting it to the scooter, it will light up red. Red and green means it's charging, and green means it's charged according to this charger. However, there's the indicator light there. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug it in, show you what happens. Okay. Connect it right here to the battery. Now, earlier today we had the battery out. There is a connector right under here, I believe it was, that was pushed down through the body, so we weren't getting anything. We managed to push it up. I'll be able to see it from here. All right, if you can see down in there where the wires are coming up, there's a connector in there. It was pushed down into that body there, laying down in that little space down there. We managed to fish it up to get it plugged into the battery. And when we plugged in the charger, we would get some kind of indication on the controller up here. So we're going to plug in the battery. Okay, she's plugged in there. It does have a 30 amp breaker here. I pressed it a couple times, it didn't make any difference. My wife and I just went out. I didn't trust leaving it plugged in while we were gone, so I'm gonna put it on the charger now, which is 3:30 right now. We'll give it about a half hour. Okay, now we plugged it in. We got a steady blinking status light. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 flashes. Okay, we're gonna have to look up what 8 flashes are. We did look up the error codes earlier, but I don't remember what it was. But according to this, the battery's charged. We also get lights. Okay. And according to the battery indicator, it's charged. And we also got horn. Okay. Pull the key out. You lose all the power, which you should. So we'll let it charge for a while and then go from there. Okay, this thing has been charging for 2 hours. Let's see if anything's happened yet. It may not have been enough to charge, but I don't know if I had it on video or not. But originally we were getting a code of 9, and that's because that lever there is to put it in freewheel mode, and code 9 says if it's not pushed all the way back, it will do that. So let's see what happens now that it's been charging for 2 hours. It's still plugged in, still says it's fully charged. I'm going to leave it plugged in, but I don't think it'll run if it's plugged in. But we'll try it. Okay, keys pushed in. I am not getting anything on this. There we go. Now the key's pushed in. And I got a steady light. Before we had a steady flashing light. So maybe. Let's see what happens. Nope, no drive. Okay, let me disconnect the battery. And then see if it'll drive when the battery is disconnected. As you see, without the battery connected, we got a red light. So let's see. Might be wrong. It might be operational after all. Let's go reverse. Nope. Yeah, when we disconnect the battery, everything goes dead. Although the horn works yet. Still have no light. So we may just be in a situation where it's not fully charged. So let's put her back on the charger and see what happens. Okay, it has been 4 hours since we put it on the charger originally. So let's try it again. Push the key in. Now we're getting a, looks like we're just getting a steady flashing green light. It should be a steady green light, not flashing. One, I believe, if I remember right, was battery not connected right. But I just checked the connections on it, checked the plug, checked the fuse. It still may be a battery issue. So we're gonna put it back on the battery. On the charger, just leave her charge overnight. Okay guys, this is my grandson Ethan. If you haven't seen the boat video, you'll meet him in that. He's the purchaser of this fine machine. As I already told you, we charged it for a couple hours, didn't do nothing, and since then I have charged it overnight and still does the same thing. At best I get a horn, which I don't even get anymore. Okay, so I suspected a problem with the battery. Now, I'm not sure on this battery, but I'm going to try to check the battery itself. The battery has 2 contacts underneath it. I'm going to put the charger on it. I don't think I need it to be hooked up, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to try to check the battery at the 2 contacts, which are here and here, and see if we got any voltage just by that. Then I am going to try hooking the charger up to it and see if the charger increases the voltage and tells me anything there. It could possibly show that it's going to be charging, but it may not be able to carry a load. So I'm not sure if I can get a reading off of them contacts or not, but we're going to try it. Alright, so we're going to put the meter, it's DC voltage, so I'm going to go to 200 since that's the lowest one I have, and you want to be higher than what your voltage output should be. And let's just see what the battery, I don't know if you can hold that too. Let's see what the battery has itself, if it'll even give me a reading here. 0.5. That's not good at all. That's only a half a volt. 5.0. And the other one's 0.5, right?
It was the same thing.
Oh, did I look at it wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. It is 5.0. 5 volts either way. Now, let me show you something, Ethan. Is see that minus sign?
Mm-hmm.
If I go that way, you got the minus sign.
Mm-hmm.
If I go the other way, you don't. The reason being is that's the correct connection. This is the positive.
Okay.
That's the negative. This doesn't care. It'll just give you minus. Got the ice cream truck coming here. Anybody want ice cream? Yeah, we got the green light on the charger. Let's get that. Okay, it's charging. Right there it tells me we got a battery problem. So that's 27
So what,
volts.
the battery probably won't hold charge?
Right, the battery won't hold the charge. As soon as you pull that charger, I had it charging all night long. So I'm going to start right with buying a battery, which I'll probably order today. No use going any further until we know we got a good battery. The battery's in here, I got to open it up, take it out. Okay, so it looks like this battery's bad on this scooter, so we're going to start there and just put a new battery in. Okay, we determined that the batteries were bad. This is actually a retake. My camera stopped recording, and what it did record was bad, but it stopped recording anyway. So I just want to go through the battery changing on this. This is the battery pack right here. There are actually 2 batteries in there. And I'm going to go through the motions of changing it to show you. I don't think I'm going to pull it all the way out. If you're willing to go in there, it's not that hard to change it out. Just got to pay attention to where the wiring and all. I just want to go through the motions with this to show you what's going on with it and basically how to change batteries and a couple warnings if you want to do one of these. Something that came out. If you notice, I have some tape on the edges here, and that's because somebody else was in here, had this battery pack open. I'm assuming the people that sold it, and they stripped out most of the screws and broke some of the plastic mounts where the screws go. So I just didn't want to take a chance of everything falling apart, so I put this tape on just to kind of keep it together. But I didn't want it to look too gaudy, so I tried to keep the tape as low visibility as possible. But to get this battery pack out of here, just grab this handle like this and lift up and just lift it out of there like that. Yep, just like that. Okay, just lift it out of there. Now, if you look at this, when I turn it over, in the beginning of the video, I was telling you about the plug that was out. It was that Molex plug right back in there was pushed down into the body. We had to push that back up. Okay, but now if you take the battery pack, you turn it over, there's like a whole series of screws. I'm not going to take it all apart again, but there's a series of screws in there. There's 2 batteries in here. I'm going to show you the 2 old batteries that I took out. And it's pretty much all there is to it. It's just a series of wiring that you gotta connect. Put your battery back in. Okay, the reason you're lifting this up is there's a couple clips right there. And you pull that handle up, it pulls them clips in. Okay, so you gotta make sure you get it. Okay, so you want to get it back in place and just drop it in, and you're good to go. Okay, these are the batteries out of the battery pack. Okay, that's the part number. Okay, I ordered these off of eBay. I think it was 50 bucks total for both of them. About 25 a battery. They're each 12 volts. Right there. 12 amp hours, 12 volts. This is, from what I understand, this thing should go 10 miles on a single charge. So there's your battery information in case you're wondering about that. Okay, and the connectors are easy enough. Just the spade connectors. Okay, so it's not that hard to figure out how to put them in. So let's see how she works. This is Gunner. He's going to demonstrate the scooter for us. We put the batteries in. Say hi, Gunner.
Hi, Gunner.
Okay, wise guy. Okay, let's see how she goes. There he comes.